to all of you from your centers. Last Friday, we talked about improving the mind or polishing our mind to be brighter. We know about all the making of merit, like sacrificing for the benefit of others, reducing and getting rid of selfishness, building goodness of all types and forms, and giving up all types of unskillfulness as well. We are already practicing this, and so when we cultivate the mind through meditation practice, this will make the merit and goodness that we do grow higher and higher. So both the monks and lay people need to put forth effort in practicing and meditating, especially while we have the opportunity, the time, and our body is still in good health. Or when we have more faith and we have the opportunity, our father and mother may allow us to ordain as bhikkhus or samaneras, or in the time of the Buddha there were bhikkhunis and samaneris. The Buddha said that the individual that has a child, a blood relative that comes to ordain in the Buddha Sasana or the Buddhist religion, then they are a relative of the Tathagata, the Buddha. This has a story to validate this as well. In the time of King Asoka, who we are likely to know of his biography well, King Asoka had built 84,000 viharas that would enshrine the sacred relics of the Buddha. This number was equal to the 84,000 teachings of the Buddha, or the 84,000 Dhamma groups. The king gave all the Buddha relics to enshrine in all of the 84,000 viharas. The Venerable Mahathera said to the king that the king was one who had offered the most gifts and requisites. He was one who built the most merit, and there was no one equal to the king. And this made the king have even more rapture and joy that suffused his entire body. The king then asked the Venerable Mahathera, "So, now I am a relative of the Buddha Sasana, is that right?" The Venerable Mahathera said, "Dear king, you are still one outside the Sasana." The king was confused and asked, "I have offered this much wealth to the amount of 96 crores to build 84,000 viharas, and I am still not considered a relative of the Sasana." The Venerable Mahathera answered, "Dear king, you are called a Pachaya Dayaka, someone who supports and offers requisites. It is just merit for you. As for one who has allowed their son and daughter to ordain, then that is called being a relative of the Sasana. So whoever wants to be a true relative of the Buddha Sasana, send your children, grandchildren, to ordain as monks and novices. Even if it's just a short time, even a few days, but if they are really determined to practice Dhamma, then that is much great merit. It is said to be asankheya appamanang, that is, it has immense benefit that can't be calculated in just the amount of years. Because one who ordains has great faith in the Triple Gem and is determined to purify the mind, practicing as a samana, one who has gone forth. It is Nekkhamma Parami, the spiritual perfection of renunciation, that is extremely difficult to find. It makes one have a chance to be victorious and purify one's actions, speech, and mind. It allows one the opportunity to meditate and fully practice in the teachings of the Buddha. It makes purity arise in one's mind and allows one to really get to the Triple Gem. A great benefit will arise with us and to our parents, grandparents, and all our relatives. To ordain and to be a relative of the Sasana is great merit, a merit that is difficult to find. It is something that those that have merit, who are wise and are sages, would do. Those that support ordinations gain great merit because they support those that practice Dhamma. And then by supporting, we become an important part of that ordination, which is supporting the work of the Buddha Sasana to prosper and to continue on. Thus, when we invite and support others to ordain as monks and novices, this is a great boon to us. This rains retreat, there is one Singaporean who has been sincerely practicing for a long time already and coming to ordain here. In last year's rains retreat, there was another Singaporean who came to ordain, and this year his friend followed him to ordain as a monk. He is someone who is determined to practice and meditate. He is undertaking the Nesachika practice of going without sleep throughout the night. He is putting effort into building his mindfulness and meditation. He goes to morning and evening chanting without fail. He is very easy to teach. This is an individual who has faith already, who comes to stay somewhere appropriate for the practice and has a Kruba Ajahn to teach and advise him. With these conditions, he can come and practice wholeheartedly, and his parents anumodana and rejoice in the benefit and goodness that he is doing. It leads to many good things. Let us now see how he feels that having practiced since being a layperson and now having the faith to ordain as a monk. And let us see how his parents feel about this and whether they have joy and happiness with their son's ordination. Let us ask this monk and his relatives, so let us watch together.
The reasons I let my son ordain as a Buddhist monk is because this is what he really wanted to do. Moreover, it is not easy for the timing and conditions to be just right for him to ordain. Sun Xiang has a lot of faith in the Buddhist teachings. He is very diligent in his practice. He does chanting and meditation consistently every day. Also, he will fly to Wat Marjan for short retreats whenever possible. Within these few years of practice, I see changes in him. He is more sensible and mature in his thinking and actions. He is more calm and cool when handling matters now. Seeing that he is so serious in his practice, I feel that I should give him my full support. When I first saw a photo of my son in brown robes, I said, "Oh my, he really did it! I feel so proud of him." I know it is not going to be easy for him, as this is his first experience as a monk. There are so many rules that he needs to abide by. Everything is so new to him. He will need quite some time to adjust to this new way of life. But my encouragement to him is, since this is what you wanted to do, then give it your best. Just take one day at a time. Be grateful for the opportunity and make full use of it. Don't worry, be happy. After my son has ordained, yes, my faith in the Buddhist teachings has increased. It has inspired me to put in more effort. Do more chanting and more meditation consistently every morning and evening. I also read Dhamma books and sometimes watch Dhamma videos. When there are visiting monks in Singapore, I will participate in the morning or lunch dana, as well as attend the Dhamma talks and retreats. Of course, I will make it a point to attend the video conference every Friday night. Through all these activities, I hope I can grow in my practice and at the same time have more Dhamma dialogues with my son.
What was it that made you think to ordain in the first place?
I think it was largely because of a period of suffering that I went through a few years ago. And even though I was born into a Buddhist family since young, I never really understood what the teachings meant until about recently that I started to read and learn what the teachings actually meant. And I guess after a few years starting the practice, then I got more inclined towards it, and I had the chance to come here a few years ago. So as of now, I just graduated from university, so I thought it was a good time to come and ordain.
What do you feel like you've gained from ordaining and coming?
I think I've grown in various qualities like endurance, patience, because the entire setup of the monastery is such that the moment I start thinking about the future, it gets very hard to get through the day. So it supports the building out of many qualities, very wholesome qualities.
Anything else you'd like to say or talk about? Anything on your mind?
I think I just want to thank Ajahn for everything that he has done behind the scenes, not just for myself but for the entire monastery as well, keeping it running and ensuring that everything is fine. And also I would like to thank the Western Sangha for taking care of me when I'm here. Very grateful.
This is the Sasana Dhamma, the teachings and realizations of the laity and monks that make the Buddha Sasana prosper, like Venerable Ajahn Mun and Venerable Ajahn Chah, who in this era spread Buddhism to go far and wide, reaching many countries all around the world. This was because of the Sasana Dhamma in their heart. Venerable Ajahn Chah learnt from his teacher, Venerable Ajahn Mun, Venerable Ajahn Ginari, Venerable Ajahn Tongrat already, and Ajahn Chah practiced until he could get the Sasana Dhamma full in his heart. He then took this Dhamma to spread in Thailand and spreading all around the world, to the West, to Australia, to Europe, having many branch monasteries in the Ajahn Chah lineage. This is of great benefit in this world, and this came about because of Venerable Ajahn Chah's father and mother allowing him to ordain. So we should anumodana and be happy that we allowed our son to ordain, whether it is for a long time or short time, or forever. Maybe one day they will see Dhamma, know Dhamma, and attain to Dhamma, or they may be someone of a high spiritual potential and be of great benefit to Buddhism. I anumodana all of you that have given your son or grandson to ordain in the Buddha Sasana. May you all grow in prosperity in the world and in the Dhamma. May you have good health in the body and have good mindfulness and wisdom. May you understand the Dhamma, and whether you are building parami or practicing to become free from suffering, may you succeed according to your aspirations. May you all have long life, beauty, happiness, strength, and good fortune.